Action! Welcome back to Coming This Summer.
Good movie. A good movie that we both enjoyed. Yes.
There's some Christmas movies now.
Which I think flew kind of under the radar.
It didn't get great reviews.
No. It wasn't a theater release, right?
No, and I feel like it would have did better.
Would have been okay.
It would have been okay.
Yeah.
It is
especially with Red One coming out.
Clearly a lower budget.
Yeah.
A Fairley Brothers movie. They're famous for Something About Mary, Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yes. Some classic comedy movies.
Off the wall movies where they're not afraid normally to push the envelope, as they say.
I think maybe they were a little afraid in this one.
It is
a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas one.
You gotta kind of skew it more towards kids.
But there was some half-stepping here.
Yeah,
that would have made this movie funnier. The reviews are too harsh.
It's not a PG-13 movie, is it? I think it might be.
I think it's because it's straight release. It gets weird. Is it like the TV-14?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or it's not quite R.
No, and if it was, it would have been.
But it is like so close to R that I wouldn't be surprised if it was an R also. But then it would be like a mild R.
Yeah,
yeah.
It'd have been like a Hangover R. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just because of the.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing to me that the weakest part of this movie is the first 10 minutes. The setup
I felt that.
is so the parents, they take a little bit to get in their character, and the fighting is really over the top. And the kid it's our classic kid where it's like I gotta like pound his name into your head, and we gotta like say all the story, like all the characters, and I can't even remember his name.
Miles.
Liam.
I was close.
But after you get through all the setup, which is the parents are on the verge of a divorce.
On the brink.
But they don't tell you why until later in the movie. And it actually kind of makes the beginning not as bad when you realize why everything is so messed up. You come in and you think, oh, it's your classic parents suck, kid hates his life story.
Well, they're moved to a new city and a new school, and you kind of think maybe it might be Liam's fault.
Right.
Like
they don't really tell you. Yeah. And they're like, he's oddly they keep wanting to say autistic.
Learning differences.
Yeah, he's not learning disabilities or autistic. They always have like a different word.
Learning differences, yes.
Now, we're normally, I feel like, sometimes too harsh on kid actors. I've heard that. You've gotten messages, people are like, oh my God, they're kids.
This kid was fun to watch.
The beginning of the movie, he was not,
he's like a wet blanket.
It was like really weird. It was like, first scene, he'd kill it, and then the next scene, he would be like, did he not eat lunch before that take? Like he wasn't. His buddy killed it. Gibby was awesome.
Yeah.
I hope that kid lands 100 roles.
He'll be Miles Morales in the MCU.
I would take
him. Any kid who's a black actor in movies now, people go like, he'll be Spider-Man.
Kind of has that look though.
Kind of has that. Yeah,
I wouldn't hate that. He's still probably a little young still.
Too young. But we'll wait a couple of years and we'll make him Miles. Yeah, for sure.
So the whole premise is set up to where he still believes in Santa. The dad's like, you got to talk to him. He's in middle school now. He's 12.
6th grade.
You know, we got to, and the mom's like, no, a little longer. And you eventually find out, and we'll get a spoiler here, why the mom is so hanging on. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But so the kid writes a letter to Santa, but they keep making jokes about his learning stuff. He's dyslexic.
Yeah.
So he writes Satan.
Which is so fucking flimsy, but
for a Christmas movie premise,
it's that flimsiness that it's like,
it's Christmas.
I'm in. I accept that.
From the second that letter goes down into the hell chute, the movie gets drastically better.
That sounds like Beetlejuice. Oh, wait, what's this? We got a letter or something.
Which, when you come to find out, the twist later in the movie is the voice was a little bit weird because they were trying to hide who it's actually grabs the letter.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I didn't like when Jack Black's Satan first appears that for so long the kids still thought it was Santa. Funny bit, but it's like, why is that the hang up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why is he still just pretending to be Santa?
The second the dude that appears in your room smells like shit. He's like, you smell bad. Like, it's probably hell because it's sulfur and he's got the horns.
He's got horns and he's dressed him right. I'd be like, oh, you're Satan. I was like, you weirdly look like Jack Black, but I guess I'll accept that.
See, but that's the only thing I did kind of like is they lean into the innocence of a kid. Most movies, the kids that are 12 are like 30 and they know everything. Yes. And this kid's like, I'm 12.
I'm 12. I'm a 12-year-old.
I believe in Santa.
Put me in Stranger Things season 1.
Right. I'm legit 12 and Gibby's like legit 12.
Yes.
And they don't really get it. They're just like, we're in school.
Right.
You know,
that's Santa Claus.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's also like a dumb kid because Gibby says that in the movie. He's like, you couldn't tell that was Satan. Like,
yeah. Because he just wanted to think it was Santa first. Yeah.
So then we get the Jack Black Satan character tells him
you get 3 wishes.
Genie stole that from me, which is a funny line. He's like, there's genies. I can't get into that right now.
Yeah.
Like, Jack Black was on in this movie, which is why I feel like I liked it. It was like old Jack Black. Like, he clearly had fun. He's doing his dance throughout the movie.
I wanted a song.
I thought we were going to get it because he's constantly doing his Jack Black little things he's doing. And you're like, oh, he's going to. And he's
gyrating.
Yeah.
He's always gyrating.
He's always dancing.
Yeah. No, him as Satan was good. It was funny.
So he gets 3 wishes. And I'm like, the first 10 minutes after, I'm like, is he going to get his soul? Because he's like, it's your lucky day. You get wishes. And then later on, he's like, yeah, you can take the good news or the other news. Yeah. And then he basically tells him, I get your soul when you complete the 3rd wish.
But if you don't make 3 wishes, I
never get your soul.
And he's like, well, then I won't make 3 wishes. He's like, they always make 3 wishes.
Which is a classic trope. There's like an old Simpsons Halloween one where Homer wishes for the donut. Yes. And if he finishes the donut, Satan gets his soul. So like the donut's slowly getting smaller into the same kind of premise. Yeah. But with wishes.
Very easy. Super easy premise.
Easy premise to write. And I mean, it isn't going to break any ground.
No.
You know where the story mostly is going to go. There is a nice little baby twist at the end.
It's for some reason reminded me of Leo last year, where it's like this comedy set in like this kind of middle school where there's like some character that's like not guiding, but like interfering with children's lives.
Yeah.
Like when he shows up in the box of like with the hamster.
I'm down here.
I'm down here, and it's clearly just like some shitty green screen like effect. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah,
and he's like trying to get him to like be with a girl. Like he's like, because he wishes for a chance with this girl he has a crush on. He's like, you wish for a chance.
The first wish is just
like,
a chance.
You can still fuck it up.
Yeah, you didn't wish for her. You just wished for a chance. That's what I mean. There's a lot of funny genie elements. They managed to take like the
Satan
genie
still has
trope.
wish rules. Like you're Satan. Why do you have wish rules? Yeah. I can't change the past. Even though
that line's funny though. There's really funny, clever dialogue in this movie. Like I can't change the war 1812 because the kid's so dumb. He's
What's the War of 18? Well, it's a war
that happened
in 1812. Yeah, so fucking funny. Yeah.
And then so the movie progresses. We get the cameo. I know you didn't like it as much, but the cameo with Post Malone I thought was funny. The whole setup for that scene was really funny. The way they do it with the concert and everything.
I missed the part where he's like, I'm a Post Malone fan, and like the girl's like, oh, me too. And then it's like all of a sudden he's like, I want to go to this Post Malone concert. And I'm like, what are we doing? But it's just because I missed that like one line. So
and
it's
like who can we get to look like a jackass that's a famous musician?
Are 12-year-olds fans of Post Malone?
Probably.
Are they really?
My son is.
Really?
He's 12.
Okay.
It's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not really, but it's whatever.
I didn't know he was like a kid.
He's not?
No.
But that's where we've reached point in society.
Okay.
So you get that whole scene. He wishes a second wish. We'll cut off after that because I think the twist is funny at the end.
The twist I don't want to spoil that.
It's actually a good twist.
Yeah.
The second wish is Gibby's got like a messed up grill.
Yeah, his teeth are all fucked up.
And he can't ever every time he talks to a girl and the girls look at him, they're like, so he uses one of his wishes on Gibby to fix his grill. Mm-hmm. And then from that point forward, things start to get a little out of control because Satan wants him to make the 3rd wish. Mm-hmm. So he's starting to screw with them. And
he's like keeps pressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key has a cameo in this movie. I had no idea he was in this movie.
He keeps eating the nuts and like
he is so funny. Yeah, and no one does anything. I got it.
Just get a drink of water. I'll get it. He's like dying. He's like, no, I got it.
Dr. Finkelstein or whatever. Finkelstein is like the greatest, stupidest name.
Yeah.
There's a great 3rd act twist, and you don't see. That's why I like the movie a lot because it's hard nowadays. I feel like every twist you see coming from 1,000 miles away, and this was a needless twist, but it was a funny ass.
I didn't even know it was a possibility.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a good one, and it makes sense, and it all kind of like makes the entire movie make sense. You're like, oh, that's why everything was okay.
A little fucky.
Yeah. But I don't understand why the reviews are as harsh as they are.
Really?
It's definitely a decent Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And I really do think they should have leaned into it and made it an adult, rated R, hard
like a Bad Santa.
Something about Merry Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Like we
could have got
Yeah. But overall, I mean, it's definitely it's better than Red One. I had way more fun watching this.
Because it was still grounded.
It was
weirdly.
it didn't take itself so serious that he was.
No, Post Malone like being Liam's like best friend. He's
That's
like,
what I mean. He was so over.
He's my idol. He's my muse. I like to dedicate all my performances.
He like stops the concert.
To this 12-year-old.
It's so funny. The kid's like,
who's barely been alive long enough for like as my career.
That's what I'm saying. Like Jack Black goes around, he's like, I'll be right back. And he like goes around the corner, and then like 3 seconds go by, and Post Malone comes out like, and then he's like, Liam! And it's the funniest.
Jack Black being in like the green like tracksuit that like doesn't fit, like.
The red and green like exercise when he's like doing the dancing while he's waiting for the Uber.
They're dancing on stage. It's like the girl who Liam likes and Liam dancing with Post Malone, and then Jack Black's like, oh, I gotta get in there. You know what I mean? Like, so fucking funny. I love the Jack Black-isms in this
he
movie.
was great.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of cameos. So, I mean, it's worth I enjoyed it.
Yes.
I think so far for the new Christmas movies for this year, it's definitely my favorite.
It's up
that
there.
We've seen.
It's up there for
I'm
sure.
going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Wow, I'm
liked it.
not that high on this movie. I did enjoy it a lot. I would go either 6 or like a 5.8.
Oh, wow.
Because like, yeah, the Jack Black-isms were great. Yeah, the kid actors were fun.
It was inconsistent, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But the jokes that hit were good.
Yeah.
And the weird situational comedy, I really, really loved. The Gibby stuff with the cancer.
It's really fucking funny.
Like,
why'd you lie about me having cancer? Yeah, why is that?
It's like,
Gibby wants me to come with him to his first chemo treatment, and the parents are like,
they're so uncomfortable because they don't know how to respond. And then that's when Keegan-Michael Key's in the background, so they look at him and he's like,
well, he just goes like,
he's like, have fun at chemo? Like, there's such like weird Michael Scott cringe, like just really funny. When it hits hard.
Yeah, it's really good.
It just made me think, you're right, man, if they would have really leaned into the R.
Yeah, that's my problem, is I think I wanted it to be an R. I'll go 6.
Okay.
Because I can't lie, I did enjoy it.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was,
It was a lot of fun. Watch this movie.
Yeah, this is definitely my first Christmas recommendation.
I'd put it on over Red One.
I would.
For sure.
I didn't hate Red One either, by the way.
It makes me want Jack Black as like a Krampus in Red One.
Yeah, he should have been Krampus.
Yeah, instead of John
Like,
Nobody. Yeah. Wow! I'm Krampus! Yeah. Yeah. All right, that's Dear Santa.
Dear Santa.
Yeah.
All right.
Did they do a fun thing with the logo, like Satan, like maybe it dyslexa, ified? Probably not.
This movie they probably just call it Dear Satan instead of Dear Santa.
Maybe the end is like crossed off in the logo or something.
I know he's got his face like on a wreath and stuff. But
okay. All right. Well, that's the film.
The film.
That's the film. It's the art film.
Series to a movie when, oh my God.
The actress who plays Moana in The Rock weren't signed on until February of this fucking year, dude. That's how late into production this turned into a movie. Oh my God.
They tried to keep it under wraps initially, that there was even, like, they came in and re-recorded voice